So we need to identify the areas that we are, and that's a very important first step. The next thing is make a list of everything you've tried. Well, one thing for me is I went from being an athlete to a non-athlete with an event in my life called a motorcycle accident. I had rods and screws put in my leg. I had 13 surgeries, had gangrene, all this kind of stuff. And it took 13 surgeries over the course of 2 years. It put me in a ton of debt, put me in a bad space. And I've never been the same since physically. Now it's always been a struggle since then. It was never a struggle up to that. And so my struggle is always, I have to fight it. I work out all the time, but sometimes I eat better than others. Sometimes I travel a lot, whatever it is. And so one of the things in doing this exercise, before I'm asking you to do this exercise, I say, okay, anytime I get stuck in the area of my own physical well-being, are all the things I've tried? And you get to see the patterns. And the patterns they tend to be, I start off fast, I'll do some new program, and then when I start not seeing progress, I get a little discouraged or distracted. And so, okay, that's the path. And I was telling Beverly the other day, we're working out super hard, and she's like, hey, you seem fairly encouraged. And I said, yep, I'm not making any progress, but I'm just going to keep doing the right thing. And I feel good doing the right thing. And so that's because I've repeatedly made these mistakes, okay? So we have to take a look at it. If you're bogged down, you have to make a move forward. If you make a list of everything you've tried, Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. Edison said our greatest weakness lies in giving up. Thomas Edison said our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to just try one more time. And we've always heard the story of Thomas Edison and the light bulb and all that kind of good stuff. Earl Nightingale, that this studio is named after, says, all you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to keep going on to your destination. And that's the plan is goals with the activities, with the budget, with the time commitments, with the priorities. That's what our coaches are doing with people every day of the week, helping build those plans. And then you need courage. And in order to have courage, you need encouragement. You need to be listening to podcasts and taking training programs and doing coaching and have accountability partners and find birds of a feather that you can flock together, doing those kinds of things. And then the third aspect of being bogged down is understanding the two whys. And the first why is, why have you not prevailed? And the second one is, why do you need to? So the two whys. Why have you not prevailed? Again, what are the patterns of things that you've gotten repeatedly stuck with? Goals you've gotten bogged down in. Progress you just haven't made. Not able to break through. What are the patterns around that? Next thing is, what's your philosophy? We often call that the mindset piece around here. But that philosophy, and what is your attitude towards those things? So you have your patterns, your philosophy, your attitudes. And then another thing is your environment. It could be your environment growing up, what were your parents and neighbors, and culture you're in, what was their attitude towards things? And what about the environment you're in now? What's that attitude towards? So we want to know why we haven't prevailed. And then we really need to get into, why do we need to? Why do we need to? And when you get into the whys, that's the more powerful stuff. So, for whatever reason, for me, working out and getting in shape, just looking better has never motivated me at all. When I worked out hard, it was because I was playing sports and I was winning and I wanted to be the fittest guy or the fastest guy. I wanted to be able to hit the hardest. I wanted to win championships. So I had great motivation. And for whatever reason, for me, I just don't get motivated by how I look. And I have vanity in other areas, I'm sure of it, but it's just not something I'm motivated by. And it's kind of unfortunate. And some of you are, and some of you may feel cursed by it. I think it's a good thing. But why do I need to? As for me, it's about getting in shape. It's not about looking better in a suit or on a podcast or whatever else. I want to be more vibrant. I want to be vibrant for my wife, for my kids, my grandkids. I want to live a more vibrant life. I want to have great energy. And then also, I really love what I do. I love this. I love our events. I love being the chairman of the board of Buffini Company and the impact we have all over the world. And I need to be fit and healthy to do that. Whatever fit and healthy looks like at the stage of life I'm in. And so I have to find a much deeper why. And when I keep those whys in my mind and in front of my face, then it's easier to not stuff my face, or it's easier to get out of bed at 6 in the morning and go do the workouts at Rico. So a good thing to do. So where do you bog down? Identify those areas, make a list of everything you've tried, and then understand the 2 whys.